All right, and we are live. Live.
We are live.
Yeah, you
It
just
doesn't
said
say. It doesn't say we're live.
one of the last words out of Luke's mouth. I don't know. It might be clipped right on the very front. Was murder, and
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
say we're
So I'm
live.
not live. Oh, it says. Well,
I
it
don't. I'm
is in
not
my
seeing
corner.
it. All right.
It's on my end. I did hit the live button. But welcome back. Missed last week. I'm sure all 3 or 4 of you who might catch this or just had a hole in your heart, in your soul last week. Yeah, just got busy and felt like needed to recharge. Doing live streams when you're not into it is one of the worst feelings in the world. It's like making work for yourself and then going through the misery of doing like work you didn't want to do, and then going through the misery doing it. But it's all elective. It's nothing you needed to do, unless it's your whole bread and butter. But anyway, we got Freshy Luke here with us. How you doing, Luke?
Hey, I'm great. How are you, Lucius?
I'm doing pretty good. It reached 70 degrees here today after like a week or so of just cold temperatures, and then it's gonna shoot down tomorrow.
Whoa.
And kind of be more mild than usual. Like February, March can be like teens, 20s temps where I'm at.
Wait. Hold on.
What up?
Are we talking about the fucking weather, Lucius? Is that what we're fucking doing right now?
A 70-degree break in the middle of winter. It kind of just like boosted my mood. You know,
we are talking about.
Yeah,
on
we
stream.
are.
Is this the weather report stream?
This is the casual portion
all right.
of the show.
I feel my age when all we do is talk about the weather, I guess. That's what I'm saying. But okay, that's cool. I like warm weather. Warm weather is it does boost the morale and the mood. I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of like an attitude boost, I guess. Like I do think I get the seasonal depression thing, you know, shorter days and cold weather. Like I think I could hibernate in the end. Like if that were societally
acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it is these days, so you probably could do it.
Yeah, I don't want to be the homeless variety of people out there. Yeah, I know. Kind of sucks, you know. I've not done the shopping cart in a tent in the woods yet.
Wait, how would you get the shopping cart into the woods?
It's just you know, you find the best one and you walk from depending, you have to go for size too. A number of shopping carts now are large, like the Walmart, Costco variety. If you need to haul a lot of shit, you want to go with that. You want something tiny, you go to like one of these Kohl's or I've seen them there, and Michael's has really tiny shopping carts. Just rip it off from there, and no one's running security on this shit. You can probably throw it in the back of a hatchback. You know, plan ahead.
If you got a hatchback, why are you?
Well, that's, you know, if you know your finances are circling the drain or something, you just start prepping. You know, but so you can just walk. So you can just walk with it.
I guess you could. I mean, but I guess my point is like obviously shopping carts are like more suited to pavement surfaces rather than rough forest surfaces. So
it would be cumbersome. Yeah, no doubt about it.
That's kind of.
But it has wheels, you know.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it does have wheels.
Yeah,
this is a riveting conversation. Anyway, so Lucius.
Yes.
Elden Ring. What's it all about? Why is everyone masturbating to this game that just has George R.R. Martin's name slapped onto it?
It seems as if you're into the Demon Souls, Dark Souls variety of games of just like punishing difficulty, boss fights that are truly boss fights.
So 2021, right? I feel like 2021 was the Dark Souls of life.
Oh yeah, essentially. Yeah, we're still there. Yeah. the final boss still there. I don't know how much there was for people to go on, and it's kind of a game too, where it's like you can have all the information in front of you, and it's still gonna like brutally like tear you apart. Like you have to go through the pain of doing the game. There's no cheat codes. There's no real like exploits. There are some that you can do, and there's definitely ways you can rig the game in your favor, but it's very, very hard for it to be encapsulating. But apparently, it's for people who love difficulty and they want like the true hardcore kind of old school experience that games were. This is the way that they do it now, and it's not cheap. Like a number. Do you remember the X-Men arcade game, the Konami one?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one that was actually programmed to basically kill you. Like
it was designed to get all the quarters out of you.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a number of like cheap old arcade games that were exactly like that.
It's like gambling for children.
Yeah, but you don't know any better. You just figured you fucked up, and okay, I'll put in another quarter. Then you're only on level 3, and you went through $10 of quarters to get there.
Yeah, such bullshit.
Mm-hmm. But it looked fucking awesome, and you could have like 4 players going at once. You had all the joysticks and everything there.
Yes, I remember. I was there.
Yeah. And there's even like the unique, like kind of characters to it. Like I would not have expected like Nightcrawler and Colossus.
Why not? They're old school.
It was 90s for me. It might have come out earlier than that. It was probably 80s, maybe, when that came out.
No, I think it was around the 90s.
90s? Well, Dude, the 92 X-Men, the Jim Lee variety of X-Men, that was like the version that you saw everywhere.
Well, but the arcade was the one prior to it because it had Dazzler in it, I think.
Yeah. It was just kind of, I thought it was odd choices, but I dig them too, just because they were like outside the normal.
I still miss that team, the Jim Lee team. It was like the penultimate X-Men team, and now it's just BS.
Yeah, they definitely stacked it up. It's sort of like when they finally were like, yeah, maybe we should have all the main DC characters on the Justice League rather than a bunch of like tertiary, like really on the fringe list of characters running it. So yeah, Elden Ring anyway is essentially it's I was trying to find where we're going back to this. I was like, oh yeah, Elden Ring. The difficulty on it.
I was actually just trying to get us off the topic of Elden Ring because I'm bored now.
Oh, okay. Well, it's high difficulty, but it's doable. It's not as if it's cheap fucking old X-Men arcade game variety of difficulty. But yeah, it's open world, and that's the big thing. Now it's open world. It's not like a
no one's ever done an open world game before. That's insane.
At least with this style, like
sure.
Yeah, I won't go too deep on it. I'm not suited for it.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah, I mentioned it to you before we started because I was like, I know it's coming out soon. It's coming out in 2 days.
Well, I mean, I see it on my Twitter feed, and everyone's kind of like losing their shit, and I'm just like, okay.
It's a slow year, man. I guess it's a slow time. Any content is something to see. Like we've been on kind of like a frozen launches for movies, games, all sorts of stuff. I mean, either supply chain issues or just they can't even literally do the work because of the restrictions. Now that's all freeing up, and people will have the options in front of them. But
options, you say?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
We'll see. I mean,
with World War III coming down the pike, I'm not sure we're going to have many options left.
We'll see. It's been put up there before, like it's the world's going to end, all this stuff. I think
sure
people's self-preservation usually wins out in the end.
I guess so. I guess that. Sure, but we are living in strange times as well.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
can't argue with that. Is there anything you've been watching or you come across that is of interest? hooked you? What's that?
So there's this game called Ixion, I think is what it's called. And you've silenced yourself. You've gone.
Don't freak when I mute, man. There's reasons why.
I hear the background sound and it's kind of soothing and reassuring. You know what I mean? Kind of like ASMR. And then you turn it off and it's like silence. And I'm just like,
I got you. I got you.
But yeah, Ixion, Ixion. It's I just found out about it. I think it was yesterday, or might have been 2 days ago, because Steam had the Next Fest thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool. You know Frostpunk?
Frostpunk, no. What is that? Okay,
so Frostpunk is like this steampunk-ish type city builder, but you got to make like hard decisions about resources and population because it's like in a world that's completely frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to try and like gather resources and just make it work as best you can, and hopefully not resort to cannibalism as you run out of food. So it's kind of like that, but it's in space, and like your city is actually this giant starship / space station that has an engine that can fly around everywhere, and you build like little cities inside the ship. And yeah, that's it. That's the one. It's pretty cool. And you go traveling around the galaxy, collecting resources, and opening up different parts of the ship. And yeah, it's I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about it, just because it's just. I guess I like space games and kind of like city building games the most these days. I'm not really much of a first-person shooter guy as much anymore.
Now, does it have like world mechanics you can like do some fucked up shit with? Like
what do you mean?
Like, well, in Sims, if you made a character, you could literally put them in a room with no door, and they just,
I mean, what you're seeing on the screen is what it is.
So there's nothing where like you can like make disasters happen or anything like that?
No, well, that's the thing. You're supposed. It's like the ship is like it's like the Noah's Ark. You know what I mean? It's like Earth is dying, and so you have to try and find a new colony planet to settle to continue humanity on. And so you're basically. I guess I mean I haven't played it, so I don't know it thoroughly. But here you can see they're kind of like making a farming thing, so they have enough food and stuff like that. You got cool research trees. It's a nice little time waster, kind of chill. Something you want to play with a little bit of music in the background if you just want to decompress and just have a kind of chill little time. So, yeah.
Nice.
And the visuals are amazing. Look at this.
Yeah, it does look awesome.
It's going through a what do you call it? Going through a ion storm or whatever the fuck it is. But there's other really cool visuals, like when you go into hyperspace, it's like the music starts playing. It's really cool. It's like something out of a dream sequence. It's really, really, really interesting. So yeah, wait until the end. Oh no! Oh well.
No, keep going.
It's gonna be cool little visual right here. Dun dun dun. What? There was one before us. No. Anyway.
Did you ever see Sunshine?
I did.
How do you like that? That like you saying that like there was one before us?
Yeah, no, I remember that. I mean, I liked it and I didn't like it because it started out good, and the middle was kind of interesting because there was like mystery, but then just kind of like devolved into just like I don't know, like schlock or something, you know?
It definitely was like a weird turn, but I kind of digged it. Very much like Event Horizon. And
I would say Event Horizon is a little better than it in a lot of ways, but I guess probably worse than it in a lot of others.
In some ways, I just rewatched that recently. It was on HBO, and I was just like, it was kind of astonishing to see like a number of things were just like 90s 3D effects shots and stuff, and it's like, oh man, how much of their budget did they just blow on this? They could have put somewhere else.
I will say what I liked about Event Horizon, there's like a couple of scenes, and there's like one character. There's that one black character who survives. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's like on the wing of the ship, and the ship explodes, and he's still attached to it because of the magnetic boots,
and
he survives, and he's like, "I'm coming back. I'm gonna make it, motherfucker.
I'm coming, motherfuckers." I'm like,
and then he just like this fly on a windshield. He just kind of like slaps up against the front of the ship to distract the bad guy. And I was just like, "What the heck is this film?" I thought it was like hilarious, but it's like
that part is funny. Like it was so. Like if there's a jump the shark moment in that movie, that's it right there.
Yeah,
like, he's literally like out of orbit.
I know, but he made it, and in a way, you were kind of like, this guy's the hero of the fucking film. He's awesome.
He really was, and he was not what I expected to be. Like because he was like probably the most bombastic of the space crew.
Yeah,
but I thought he was total cannon fodder. I thought he was ready to be killed.
That's what I thought, but like he was hitting on the blonde chick, and they both survive, and I was like, you know what? He fucking deserves to bang that chick.
Well, even the dude who
look, he is the hero. He gets the chick in the end.
Even the dude who was supposed to have been like the sacrifice of sorry, I'm blocking one of these bots.
Yeah, I was about to say the Russian bots.
Even the dude who was supposed to like kill himself, like he had been possessed, and he went into the airlock.
He took his eyes out.
Yeah. Well,
oh no, wait, the kid.
Yeah,
the kid. The kid. Oh, he did.
Yeah, like he was fucked up, but they put him into like the med. Oh,
they did. There was the other bit that I thought was really funny, where they finally decrypt the video logs, and they see kind of like the what do you call it, the dismemberment gore orgy,
the murder orgy,
the murder orgy that they all had because they all went mad because of the jump.
Yeah, apparently, they were having sex, but like I guess they clipped that. Like that was supposed to be longer, but they're worried about the rating.
Let me finish. So like they watch it, and then like immediately after, it's almost like this comedic moment where Lawrence Fishburne just like presses the button to turn it off and says, "We are leaving this station."
Yeah. Well, he was. It was already like red flags were rising up, and then he's just like,
"I know, right?
All right, I'm out."
He's like, "All right, yep, get the fuck out of here, now, guys." I thought that was great.
It was a good moment, yeah.
Those are like two of my most favorite moments from that film. But yeah, it was really weird because that film kind of had like the opposite tone effect to Sunshine, where it's like it had a comedic tone, and like the whole tone of the film kind of like changed slightly. Whereas with Sunshine, it had like the opposite. It had like a.
Oh, it was super serious from.
Well, just it was serious, obviously from the get go, right? You know, like they're on this mission to save the Earth and reignite the sun. You know, makes sense. I understand. It was like really well done. Like I was on board. And then it's like, you know, oh, they accidentally let a serial killer on. Uh-oh. And, you know, his skin's flailing off and he's killing all the people and everyone's dying just stupid deaths. What-oh, spaghetti-o. You know what I mean? It's like, even with, like, I feel like with Event Horizon, it's like their deaths weren't quite as lame, you know? What do you think?
Oh, they were definitely gory as hell, and
I mean they were gory, but they weren't lame, you know what I mean? Like even the you know, the mother, the chick who saw the vision of her daughter and went running after her and like fell and died, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That wasn't the most. I guess it was more of a tragic death, or just kind of like we got to get rid of this character, you know, we'll just do this one little thing kind of thing. Where it's like with them, they just kind of like everyone just kind of got stabbed in Sunshine. I mean, even though, you know, Chris Evans got frozen.
Yeah, that was just kind of like a little bit brutal, just because his like took time. Like it wasn't just like an instant death. His was just like he's jumping into freezing cold waters, and he literally gets to the point where he can't get himself out. Yeah, and that's how he died. It's like, but at that point, it was like we're all gonna die. Like I think they knew at that point we're all gonna die anyways. Let's at least complete the mission, or whatever.
But see, if it was like in Prometheus, right? Like everyone dying in Prometheus. Oh, you get another bot. You get another bot.
Already.
It's the same
bot. It's
our
one viewer, man. It's our one viewer.
It's the same bot with the same name. What the fuck?
Hotch whatever. I can't even tell.
Yeah. That's probably not it. But you look at Prometheus and like basically almost everyone's deaths was like it made sense. You know what I mean? And then at the end, like spoilers, guys. I mean, Prometheus has been out for a while, but you're only gonna block him for 5 minutes. That's sad.
I couldn't do the permit. It wouldn't let me, so I at least did that.
Weird. When the flight crew like smashed the Prometheus into the alien ship. I feel like that was like a really cool death moment. You know what I mean? Because they're like sacrificing themselves, even though they realize everyone's fucking dead. Am I wrong? Am I misled in this way?
I only saw Prometheus once in theaters.
What do you think?
I had higher hopes for it. Well, it's kind of holy shit. Back from the dead.
Oh.
The prophet himself. Hope J Dollar.
Well, I can only be on here for an hour.
All right. We'll do.
Well, it's 8:27, so I got half an hour now, I guess.
We've been talking. Have you seen the movie Sunshine, Event Horizon, Prometheus? J Dollar?
I've seen Event Horizon and Prometheus, but what is Sunshine?
Right. Well, we're kind of similar vein. Space movie. Crew is sent. The sun has weakened for some inexplicable reason. So the Earth is freezing over. Not enough radiation coming off the sun. Somehow we're able to send nuclear material to the sun that will basically restore it to original form. Don't ask me how. It's like literally how many nuclear bombs going off a second with the sun. But
Right.
yeah, we mine all the uranium we can. This is our second shot. The first flight lost in space. No idea. So this crew's going up to. They're the last hope for humanity. If they don't do this, it's a permanent ice age, and so they go into space, and essentially they start to find out like what went wrong. Like in a way, they find the original spacecraft, and that's kind of where like sort of a mystery / psycho thriller thing takes off at that point.
In space.
Yeah. I mean, but it's kind of like it's a great setting for it because there's no escape. Like you're all locked in. That's probably the best element of it. Is like there's nowhere to go to.
Do you think there will be a film adaptation of Among Us?
Among Us, what's that?
It's this video game the kids are all playing.
What's it about?
It's basically you're on the space station and you play these.
Oh God, I hope not. Yeah, it's like a space.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's
Tell
like a space version of Clue.
Werewolf. Well, yeah, Clue is probably a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yes, it will get made.
Like everyone, it's a network game, so there's no like bots or anything. It's like
gotcha.
Everyone's a player, and so 2 players get chosen as like an imposter, which is like a monster or something, but nobody else knows, and they go around. You go around if you're an imposter, you go around and you kill other members. And then you got to try and make sure nobody sees you do it. And then when they try and figure out who it is, you lie about it and stuff like that. So yes, they probably will make it a film. Anyway, sorry. Back to the movie discussion. J Dollar, thoughts?
So Prometheus, for me, it was kind of like
I liked it.
Paranormal 4, whatever, the Coven one or whatever. It was supposed to explain shit, except I had more questions by the end of the movie than I did before I watched the movie.
Yeah,
the one after Prometheus?
No, Prometheus itself. Like I'm watching it, I'm like, what just happened? Like I'm like, wait, so there was these I don't know, proto men or whatever who seeded life on planets, and then they developed something like the alien creature, but not the alien creature. That was only because
it's the planet is where they store xenotype spaceships for war.
Yeah, right, and it's sort of like a bioweapon that I guess got turned back on them. But it was
Alien Covenant sucked.
It was it was like amorphous. It wasn't really clear. I mean, Michael Fassbender stole the show on that movie. And
he's the main character in the sequel to Prometheus.
Okay, I haven't seen that. But yeah, it was essentially like what the fuck is actually going on here? It showed stuff, but it was like it didn't really fill in the gaps for me.
Yeah, because wasn't it supposed to be like the film that explains? Because I think it's in
that's
the
how they
Alien film,
sold it,
right?
Yeah,
but they never did, right?
Exactly.
Well, I saw it as the big giant guys. They're highly advanced. They poison themselves to put their DNA in water to make humankind on Earth, and then they find that planet at the end, or they find that planet, but what they find is a storage planet for all these spaceships. Like on that planet, there's like multiple of the same exact xenotype spaceships. There's not just one. There's like fucking lots.
Yeah, but in Aliens 1, it was just that ship that had crashed.
Yeah, that crashed. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and you should just add to your list Alien Covenant to watch, because that's a sequel.
I'm not gonna watch that. It's got, what's his name? That motherfucker.
Let me click.
James Franco. Is that his name? Is that his fucking name?
No. Alien Covenant is the sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah, it's got James Franco was in it as like a cameo role.
Oh, is he?
You're so anti James Franco.
Does he die like right at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays the husband or some shit.
Yeah. It's
that's
bad,
too much.
But it's worth the watch.
It's like way too much for me. Well, the other thing is that I hate about Prometheus and Covenant is what I liked about the original Alien films is like it was always about Ripley and how she survived. Like she survived. Like she was. That's what made her like such an amazing character. Was like she was put into these absolutely insane situations where any normal person would probably be like dismembered and killed, but she managed to survive all of them. And then at the end, I think it was like at the end of the third film, she like made the choice to actually sacrifice herself, which I thought was really important and really poignant. But in these other two films, it's like these chicks, like they survive, but then they just end up dead at the beginning of the next film, or they died between films or some shit. You know what I mean?
I think there had to be like a war going on in the production studios with like Ridley Scott and the money spenders, and I feel like that's a problem with a lot of the first and the second half of the film are good, but by the time you get to the third half of the film, you're like, whoa, what just happened? And it almost feels like all of the Aliens films past the second one, like you were saying, maybe the third one, because I didn't like. Is that the one where he gets sucked out the hole?
No, that was the fourth one. The third one was
so the third one.
The third one was when Ripley crash lands. I think she crash lands on the prison planet.
Yes.
Yeah, and it turns out she's actually been infected with the Queen, and which is why the alien that gets loose won't kill her because it can tell that the Queen's inside her, and so yeah. And I thought that was like, I mean, it was what was his name? The director who directed that. He's done a bunch of really cool shit. He did Fight Club.
Aliens 3.
Oh, he's gonna check first. What? You're very silent there, Lucius. What's going on?
Oh, I'm munching.
Oh,
just a little bit. I was gonna say, what the fuck
David Fincher.
Oh, Fincher. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot his name. It is late.
Like James Franco was like a profound negative for you to want to watch.
I just hate all the Hollywood people. I just hate them.
Well, I did too. But did you see Suicide Squad?
I did not. Which one? I didn't.
It just was a release.
I didn't see either. The new one or the old one?
Oh, the new one. Yeah, new one. Sorry.
No, I didn't. But I mean, I heard it was all right.
Well, it had Pete Davidson in it, and I didn't know it necessarily up front. It was just on HBO, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch this. Yeah. Nice to get like a new release that you can just watch at home. And I was like, oh, this fucking guy's in it. Like I was so mad. And it's like literally like the first 10 minutes of the film, but they kill off the entire fucking team. Yeah. And I was just like, that it was such a relief, and it was such a great moment. He's the first one to die too. Like he's supposed to be the turncoat. He's like the one who sold him out and announces the team's there, and he just gets like his whole head blown out. And I was like, yes, yes.
Well, actually, funny thing, Flula Borg was in that. He played Javelin.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
interesting thing is, I met Flula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when I was doing Dungeon Crawlers and we were auditioning voice actors for one of the roles, Flula was one of them, and he is exactly how he is in real life, as you see him on I don't know, wherever you see him.
Very cool, man.
All right.
Who's the most famous person you met?
Probably Steve Martin.
Oh yeah. Did you actually talk to him or just?
Yeah, I talked to him and shook his hand. Yeah.
Cool. Cool deal.
I mean, that was the most famous old school person. Another famous-ish person I've met was the guy. I want to say Nathan Drake, but that's the name of the dude from what you want to call it?
Uncharted.
The guy that they wanted them to play
Wahlberg.
Nathan Drake, but he's like
Holland.
No, it's not the old guy who was in Serenity, who played the main character. I'm blanking on Nathan Fillion. Sorry.
Oh.
I met him, and I met I met a bunch of people. Who gives a fuck?
I kind of feel bad for Nathan Fillion. I feel like Firefly probably could have taken off if they just did a better job with it.
Really?
Mainly marketing it, but like I feel like he was on the cusp of like going over the edge and becoming a thing, and he just like got like either bad roles or like shit was just axed before it had like it lifted off.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of old for it, but he could always have a revival. You know, Brandon Fraser, I never thought he'd be making like a comeback, but apparently people are latching onto like the fat version of him now. Like,
yeah,
here's a guy who looks like he's enjoying life now.
Yeah. Like, what was the deal? Why did Brendan Fraser like drop off?
Oh, his wife, dude. Like, I guess he got blacklisted for something. I forget.
And
like
sexual harassment shit too.
There was sexual harassment. See, I heard about this, but
he got sexually harassed.
Yeah.
By
and
who?
he got blacklisted. I think it was like a homosexual.
Yeah, he turned down.
Yeah,
he turned down advances from powerful producers, and they fucking blacklisted.
Damn! Wow,
Yeah.
fuck those guys.
And Terry Crews, I think, was. I don't think he brought him up by name, but there's somehow the Terry Crews incident and the incident with him are a similar, if not the same producer, the same group of producers or the same talent agency, that are involved with using their actors and actresses.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm glad he's finding work and he's making a bit of a comeback. Good for him, I say.
He does pretty good in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, that's where I saw him. He's very good.
And
He just does the voice though.
Isn't he coming back in a new film? Like a big film.
I'm not sure.
Did you already mention the third Alien film or the third space film? Did y'all watch these? Is that what the
Oh, we were just talking about you just came in.
Right.
I was just catching you up to speed, like what we're talking about.
You just interrupted a very deep and philosophical conversation.
Yeah, man. We were doing like a thesis on that.
Yeah, we were doing like this thing was going to change the world, Jay Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And you just showed up with your fancy hat and your fancy glasses.
A million hits. Feel it. But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Where you been, dude? What are you
life.
looking at? Pay attention to us.
I was looking at what he's in Brendan Fraser. He's going to be in the Back Row show.
Oh.
As Firefly.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Yeah.
No, just unfortunate chain of events, and I've been busy.
Oh. Anything you want to share, or you just want to keep it to yourself?
When it's situated, maybe I'll share it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not going to push you on it. I understand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, you're kind of into history and stuff. I'm wondering if you've seen The Last Kingdom.
Ooh.
I've been watching on Netflix.
Oh.
It's fairly recent. It's 2015. They have 4 seasons, and I guess it just made it to the front page because they're gonna drop a new season. And it's essentially a Danish invasion of England, and those two like kingdoms, cultures clashing with each other, and it's an ununified England. So there are several kingdoms, and the main dude, he is a adopted son into the Danish culture, but he was originally born into the English culture. But he is the second son of a king killed in battle. He goes off to fight the battle, but he gets kidnapped, and then he's adopted by the family. This family then gets killed by other Danes. That it's basically power hunger kind of things. But this guy is kind of, because no one will take him in, he keeps running across everybody who's important, making him important by proxy, and probably more important just because he's got like credit with everybody. He's like, he has connections with all different kinds of people, so he can make stuff work. But it's like like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, like every step of the way with like whatever he plans on doing. But I've been enjoying it quite a bit, and I also thought it was funny because I was thinking of women in refrigerators watching this. If this guy finds a woman, dude, she's just like, the mark is upon her. She's gonna die. It's only a matter of time. It's just been like every season, 1 or 2, like one way or another, they like exit his life.
I just thought okay. I just want to throw this in here. We can keep talking about that, but is it that Brendan Fraser? We were just talking about him a minute ago. Has anyone seen that film where he's that fucking gangster in like Japan or South Korea?
No.
He has fucking tattoos all over him, and he plays a white guy, a white gangster. It's rated R and shit like that. It's good as fuck.
Ooh. Is there like a Brendan Fraser nude scene?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, well, I'm not interested then.
He was in No Set of News? Are you fucking serious? And he's been in a lot of stuff. But anyway, there's this film where he plays a gangster, and it was damn good.
Okay.
He's doing a film with Josh Brolin called Brothers. I guess they're going to be brothers.
Maybe they'll be sisters. You don't know.
Trannies.
Yeah.
I had no idea he did that many films. I got some catching up to do.
Oh my god, have you guys seen this Pinocchio fucking movie?
With Paulie as the voice of Pinocchio?
Sure.
Is it live action?
Yes.
No,
I'm not watching
CG. It's CG.
Well, it's CG, but it's in live action. Yeah. Right?
What? No, it's CG.
It's all CG.
It's an animated
But
movie.
It has people, though, right? It has people.
It has Pauly Shore as the voice of Pinocchio. It's so hilarious because he sounds like a Valley girl.
It sounds like a joke. Like you would have thought, if you watch it, I'm not sure I can play it and not get struck down, but if you watch the trailer for it, you would swear this was like Babylon Bee or like some joke place. Like
I
literally.
have to go out and experience the world, okay?
Oh, I guess it is animated. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. See, I know
that's how forgettable it is.
Yeah.
But it's called Pinocchio, a true story. I don't know, but yeah, it's
Does it
is
have the
horrible.
child trafficking scenes and everything?
Whoa, what?
Well, it's all about him becoming a real boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like really about like you remember like when they're in a pub and there's the wolf and the pig and all that, and they're talking
Wait, are you talking about the Disney?
You're talking
version?
about Shrek, right?
Yeah, the Disney film.
Oh,
the Disney film is a little different. It isn't about child trafficking. I think it's more about the dangers of Hollywood and sort of like the certain people, which I guess maybe is child trafficking now that I think about it. So,
yeah.
All right, I guess you're right, Jadel. I'll just shut up now.
And then it has the one pages. It's in the book too, I think, where he talks about trying to find I only look for the young boys or something like that. The wolf says, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, there's apparently another animated film with Ewan McGregor as the voice of the cricket.
Right. Oh, like another separate animated film.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess
never found
is it creepy
even
too?
amongst like Disney films, like Pinocchio was not like beloved. Like I was just like this is kind of lame. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've always felt like it was one of those like odd choices.
What was it?
But I mean, who watches them anymore? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one up top there.
I don't know
What
if I
is
dare.
that?
We'll try it. We'll try it here.
Oh, it's gonna get struck, dude.
We'll see.
There you go. Now, what should we name you? Maybe Leonardo.
Dude, even the animation is like second rate on this.
But even then, they've made like great progressions in regards to like modeling and rendering. Like normally back in the day when like a cheap version of this would be made, it just looked like shit. But at least it looks slightly passable. So
come on, boy.
No, he'd grow up to be a turtle who only cares about pizza. I don't believe my eyes. Your name will be Pinocchio.
Sorry, I'm just not getting too far into it.
It's fine.
I'm also looking at these suggestions, like like off to the side.
With elbow.
What was that show?
Top 10 most savage Sesame Street moments. Yeah, Sesame Street was pretty damn savage now that I think about it.
That's almost tempting to click on, man.
Yeah.
Why do you keep getting all these Russian?
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
You are too special, Pinocchio. The world is full of people who could harm you.
The timeless story.
Yeah. So, I think we've seen all we need to see.
I need to go out to the whole world. Okay.
But it is well worth like somebody showed this to me and I was like, no fucking way. And then I swear like my jaw was on the floor by the end of it. Like just how awful. And to think like this was greenlit. The number of stages this had to go through and somebody's signed off on this in the end.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling. Just mind-boggling, man. But yeah, it looks like shit.
That's an understatement. Well, anyway, what else?
What's new with you, J Dollar? You've been missing, man.
Nah. I've been on Twitter.
Yeah, but you've been missing from YouTube, man. The people have missed the sight of you. Here we go.
I have.
We got one guy.
Hey, I was on Wiggle Wiggle's channel the other day, and on Lord Crackhead channel the other day.
So you just been avoiding me, man.
Just one time each, and this is the third time back.
So J Dollar's on the market, huh?
What I was going to mention, I watched a show the other day. I binge watched it. I can't remember what it was, but season 2 of Raised by Wolves have come out.
Yeah,
I saw it dropped. Is it a episode by episode, or did they release the whole thing?
I think it's just one by one. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, they do it because it's on HBO Max. So
yeah.
But also done by Ridley Scott, a guy who just is constantly just
doing
reaching into that bucket of metaphors and just pulling them out, going, yeah, that's fine. Just slap that on there, tape it up there, and then paint it over, and it looks like it's part of it.
But I watched the show the other day. It was real good, and I fucking can't remember.
It must have been an excellent show then.
Awesome.
While you work,
the best ones are the ones you can't remember the names.
Yeah, clearly, or anything that happened to them. That's what makes them the best.
Well, it had. So, have you seen Hunters on Amazon yet?
No.
You should totally see that one. It has a surprise ending. It's about Nazi hunters.
Oh, okay.
Robert De Niro's in it, and he is an Italian Nazi soldier who murders a Jew and takes his identity, and even raises his grandson or whatever. But anyway, it's and at the end you're like, what? And so
just like that,
you're totally not even expecting the end.
How's it go? How do you do it?
But it's exciting. The show is actually pretty good. I didn't watch every single episode, but I listened to every single episode.
Almost as good as watching it, I guess.
Well, that show with the dialogue and the it's a nice rated R show. They torture these fucking Nazis. You're like, what? The first episode, you're like, and it's on Amazon, so it's really good.
I mean, didn't you know? I find that offensive because didn't you know, J Dollar? I'm a Nazi.
Oh,
whoa!
Yeah. According to other people, though. So.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're always defined by others.
Obviously, yes.
Your character is defined by others.
Yeah. It's not defined by anything you do. It's defined by
what
whatever other people.
Have you seen
do.
this?
So someone give me their Netflix sign-in credentials so I can. I'm not paying for that.
Guys, why are you signing up for Netflix? That place that don't give them your money.
I'm not. I'm using somebody else's.
So. Oh well, DM
I stopped
me
giving
who
them
it
money.
is. Oh, you're using someone else's account?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to watch it. I'm not signed in any shape or form right now, but yeah. That's what I do.
What the fuck?
I mean, we should basically just do like a viewing party right now.
This is another one. It's kind of along the same lines. Barbarians. This is a German who gets adopted by Romans and raised in Rome, and then he's sent back to govern over the people he used to live with. And he's supposed to like dominate them essentially. He's under orders by his father / the general, whatever, to overtake his former homelands because he'll understand them best. And so he's torn between loyalty to his original people and loyalty towards Rome. And I would say he probably gets more trust from his Roman father than like anyone else. So he's super conflicted about every choice he has to make because he's seen his old friends and everything like having to subjugate them. But it's a German production, I think. So if you watch, I like watching things in original language, so it's all German.
Yes.
And Latin, I think, is what they
put
do.
Put on your list to watch Vladimir.
What was it? Were the cast original Germans and Latinos?
It might be. I'm not sure how thorough that is, but yeah, I think it's all at least original German.
All right, I guess that joke's going over everyone's head.
What was the joke?
Never mind. It's too esoteric of a joke.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Maybe
it's fine. I'm not funny. Don't worry about it. I like how J-Del is just always looking at his screen and he's not looking at us.
Dude, he's like at the...
I'm looking for the trailer.
Oh.
He's like at the main
Anyway, Lucius.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, this looks good. What is this? I just found a Vladi and Taylor. It's a Turkish film. This looks fucking dope.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, Lucius, what else is on your radar today?
I did a little digging. Looks like Libs of TikTok and some person who's gonna like go back. It was like searching through a minefield for one specific mine.
Yes.
So I just grabbed what I could see when I went there. That looks.
Is this of the
funny
woman?
to me? Interesting to me? It's not the one you mentioned.
Oh.
I don't know where. I just.
I know. I went back looking for it. I couldn't find it. So.
It was like this person put 450 tweets out in the last hour. I'm like, yeah, I'm not looking too long. But I didn't have to go too far before, and it's just like the mine everyone goes to get something to look at where you're just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so this is somebody saying periodic reminder that treating and preventing obesity actually means trying to conversion therapy fat people into becoming thin people despite zero evidence this is remotely possible. Like no one's ever gone from fat to thin. That's just like never happened.
Yep. And people have never gone from thin to fat either. Just where these static objects.
Right. And like I just find it funny that treating and preventing obesity, like as kind of neutered and like non-inflammatory as you can get, yet interpreted this in their own head as like it's fat conversion therapy. like you're trying to.
I mean, that's like a
somebody
reach.
to a new religion.
Yeah, that's like a reach and a half. It's like, because if you're fat, it's not like a state of mind. It's like you're either fat or you're fucking not, motherfucker.
No one shoved that shit in your mouth.
Yeah, only you're the one who ate those 5 ice creams, and
Right.
a hamburger.
Just and they even identify as a fatty.
Wait, answer me this, Lucius, because you're American, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is this strange, I don't know, sense of denial of fat people who like eat like 50 burgers a day with soft drink and ice cream or whatever the fuck? And then people say, and then wait, let me finish. And then when people say, don't do that, you'll be fat, or they do get fat, and they're like, hey, dude, maybe cut back on it. They go, don't stop bullying me and oppressing me. It's like, like, is it just some kind of like?
We have probably 2 generations of trying to make people bitch made. Like that's really what it is. Two solid generations, I would say. I think, like my personal opinion, somewhere in the 2010, 2011, this whole like anti-bullying thing like went fucking into overdrive.
Okay.
And that's been kind of impetus behind any mean words about anybody. I mean, any. Like you could just be like, "You're an idiot," and
see,
dude,
I mean,
there were kids suspended from school for saying something as lukewarm as that.
Asinine as that. See,
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand like defamation, like spreading rumors and falsehoods to destroy someone's livelihood.
Uh-huh.
I can understand that, but I mean, just saying like, "Hey, motherfucker, you're a fat fuck. Get in shape," and it's like you're going to jail.
That was a literal example I gave you. This was like one of my coworkers, her nephew. I don't know whether it was middle school or elementary school. On the bus, told another kid, "You're an idiot." That was enough for him to be suspended.
Wow.
For I don't know how many days. It was just like you had to get into a fight.
That's extreme.
When I was in school for that.
Yeah. I mean, you had to get in, like when dude, Australian school, you had to get into like multiple fights to get suspended.
I was
because I got into multiple fights and I never got suspended ever.
You can't do that here. Like at my daughter's school, there's been so many fights and shit that's happened.
It's
the new principal's a doctor. He's a dumb fuck, but
yeah, dude, they're all pussies. It's like maybe Australian schools are harder or something. I don't know.
Well, we're in football territory, so all the kids are fucking huge. Like I'm 40 years old. These teenagers are fucking huge. Like it doesn't even make any sense how big they are. But if you get in one fight in the school, you might as well move to another school.
Wow.
Hold on.
What we got here, Jade Money?
What is this, Jade Money? Hope you muted yourself.
He had the bail. That's all right. We'll wait. But yeah, there we go.
Oh, is he playing it?
Yeah, you better pause this every now and then, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, this thing's going to get struck down if you don't pause it every 30 seconds and say banana.
No, it's fine. It's a trailer for a Russian Viking film. You're not.
Yeah.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Oh,
this is I called it Vladimir, but it's actually called Viking.
All right.
I mean, there's clearly a difference there.
Боец того, что нападут печенеги. Ночь придет, день наступит.
All right, we better pause and say something.
Black Lives Matter.
Слышала.
Хочу, чтобы ты радость встретила. Хочу, чтобы у тебя были ключи от нашего дома. Увидели всякие рапорты.
All right, so I'll give you a little backstory.
Oh.
So this is about Vladimir the Great.
The Great Vladimir Putin?
No.
Oh.
Vladimir the Great. This is in Kiev.
Wait, is this Vlad the Impaler?
Nope. This is Vladimir the Great.
All right.
And Vlad was one of the first Kiev Rus to marry into the Eastern Roman Empire or Byzantine Empire. And it's about him converting from paganism to Christianity. But like the true story, like the true depth of the amount of people he sacrificed is it's hidden, and it's bewildering.
Just so he could get some Christian puss.
Because he was the first pagan to marry, and he married Justinian's the first or the second sister. And there's a scene when they were growing up. They have flashbacks of when they were getting when Romans were coming and they took them, took the kids and stuff like that, and raised them like you were just saying. But this film, so this right here is like Kiev or St. Petersburg, but I think it's Kiev right here. But it's a fucking.
думали сам. Оказалась баба. Я жена твоего брата.
Ни хрена.
All right. You got me. That's what I was doing.
Я все про тебя знаю. Ты сын рабыни.
And what's cool is, in his ranks, he actually has like a mercenary Christian. Excuse me, a mercenary Christian. And like they have like just like a batches of women who go around for the high priest. The way they explain and show the city, it doesn't do justice for the true size that this early medieval metropolitan area, because you can literally call it that. Like the pillar walls and everything that had, by this time they already had stone masonry work happening, so there is some separation of reality, but it's still good.
Отдай мне Ирину. Отдай, я уйду сразу. Ты спасешь город.
Okay.
Новый князь выиграл войну.
Господи помилуй.
Мы идем на консуль.
All right. Pause it again.
All right. I think.
What?
It sucks, but we got to do it.
Yeah. Foreign trailers
Like
always
TV
seem to
shows
kind of
now
seem
was
to be lacking.
Because there's a dude named Ragnar on The Last Kingdom too. I'm wondering if Perth isn't talking about that, or the Vikings. I know there's a show called Vikings.
Yeah, that's about them taking over Britain, like the barbarians. So like barbarians aren't from Germany, to be honest. I mean, they eventually made it that way.
Yeah, they're from Bulgaria. Everybody knows this.
Well, from the Caucasus Mountain regions and the Asia Minor regions, but the Vikings TV show is about Ragnarok and what's that one who had the deformed body parts? Like, meh. But he ended up being king for a while, and that all takes place in
Is
Britain.
it Kolchak?
No, they would raise him up on a shield.
Yeah.
He was handicapped, but he was really brutal because he came from a pretty definitive line.
Yeah. Jeremy. That's his name.
But even if you were handicapped and you were the firstborn in these times, you still were able to become chieftain. So.
Ты предала всех!
Oh no!
Смерти нет. Есть. И он может тебя спасти.
Man, movies are silly.
Викинг.
Now, is this something you've already watched?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just the one movie?
Yeah.
Where'd you watch it?
On the internet.
Oh.
Where?
Cool.
Like on YouTube? Like it was
I've heard of this. I've heard of this internet. You can get many a thing.
I think there used to be a pretty good quality Russian one up, but there's a terrible English translation one up. Good luck if you want to.
I mean, clearly you should pull up the trailer for that version as well.
But that trailer does no justice for like when one of the scenes they were kids and he has a little Roman boat that he saw when he was a kid, and then all of a sudden when it goes into maybe like after the middle climax of the film and you start shooting down, all of a sudden you think you're gonna have a lull point of the film for a little bit, and then there's a Roman ship that just comes in, and all these guys are like, "What the fuck?" Because it has the giant windmast on it, and they've never seen anything like that.
Okay.
And clearly that means that they were in the Finland Gulf at that time, which is accurate because Vlad was a mercenary before he became ruler.
I see. Cool. So anyway, Lucius, what's on your radar today?
What's on my radar? Well, this is actually another thing I watched. Kind of got into. I don't know if I'm gonna go into the backlog here. But 60 Days In, I just found out about this.
What is this?
This is where people go into a actual prison. For 60 days is the objective. I don't know if every season's like this, but like these people were sent in. This place is a shit show that they go into. Like it's literally cells where the doors don't lock. Like half the doors don't lock. So there's literally no control. There's only like one officer like in any of these, like they call them pods. With like 100 inmates just roaming around. Like they're literally like 6-7 of them standing around like the desk these officers are at, and they have no recourse. There's nothing to like save anyone, but they have all these people that are there undercover, but it's a known thing too. So there's like people like, are you 60 days in? Because like they see like a camera crew's there. A lot of these are just like stationary cameras fixed inside the place itself. But I went through this. This is season 6. There's one dude who's a corrections officer. This guy, the black dude, and this one right here, and he's a corrections officer in an Atlanta jail, I think it was. And he just came in and like it was like home for him. He knew exactly the dynamics. He was just, in some ways, in a lot of ways, the people that go in there are too squeaky clean. Like pretty much everyone that's already in the prison has like face tattoos, neck tattoos, gang affiliations. Like they're known quantities. So if you don't have any background, any history, and you don't look like you're the type of person that would end up in jail, they almost automatically hunt in on you. And like it's like you're a Fed, right? You're 60 days in. You're here to rat on us or whatever.
Jesus.
But it breaks down most of the people in there. A number of them, like one dude goes in and he's literally the first contestant they've ever had who never even went past intake. Like he was freaking out in intake. So he's never even made it into the prison. They're just like, I never saw him. I just figured he was in the whole other side of the jail. They were just like, what happened to that guy? And it was just funny because like they're kind of full of gusto. And then it's like the moment they're like dropped in, a number of them just fall apart.
Yeah.
But I got wrapped up watching this.
Well, I mean, I heard stories about how, kids that, do crimes, so to say, or are on a bad path, they kind of get scared straight by being put into prison for like a short amount of time. You know what I mean? And then
You're welcome, Perth, for the private live stream. We're very exclusive here.
Yeah. Well, it's only
we like taking care of the clients.
It's only for Perth. I don't know why he's named after like the shittiest city in Australia, but whatever.
Maybe he's not.
Or maybe what?
I said maybe he's not.
But that's what Perth is.
Check out 60 Days In. Well, yeah, if you did, I thought it was interesting just because it's prison dynamics, and it's also with like people completely uninitiated or very, very self-assured until they get in there. This one apparently was worse than any of the others, just because it was some corrupt local politician. I think it might have been the former sheriff. Like a new guy takes over. Was just like taking the money that was sent to the prison system and pocketing it. Yeah. And so it was just like everything's old school. There's literally a point where this dude who's probably like 6'5", 6'6", giant dude, who's looking to be like the top guy. Like he's gunning for that spot. The dude I pointed out is kind of the only power rival in the whole thing. But he's like talking to the camera crew, and he's like, yeah, I can open this door. Like he's behind a closed door. There's a light on the thing to say that it's locked. He's like, I can get out of here right now. And they're like, okay, show us. And he does something where it just like literally unlocks and he opens the door and he's out like 2 seconds.
Wow.
He's like literally on the other side. And he's like, yeah, so I can leave here anytime I want. Like he's just trying to psych them out, get in their heads. But he could have done anything at that moment. He just didn't. Like in a way, they showboat when they're on the, like all the prisoners and stuff showboat when they're on there. But it's just to show like how shitty the locks were, even when they were working. Like these guys get out whenever they want to get out.
Interesting. So why do they stay?
Who, the people in the show?
I guess. I mean, it's not just the people in the show who are like, yeah, I can just get out, right?
Well, these are the prisoners. These are the long haul prisoners. That's just where they're at in the prison system. They're put at that prison.
Theoretically, they can get out whenever they want, though, right?
They can get out of their cells.
Oh,
like they don't leave the actual pods, but like they're in the, like they can get out of their cell. Like they want to lock them up in their cell, they can leave if they wanted to.
Okay, Perth, which is the shittiest city in Australia?
Yes,
and if you say Adelaide, I will agree with you.
Now you're leading the witness, man.
What?
Objection.
I object.
I disavow.
Yes, I do that as well. I disavow. Canberra. Yeah, all right, I can get behind that. Canberra is the shittiest. I mean, it's not really a city though, it's the capital. And it's mostly just suburbs with families there. But you know what? Yeah, it is pretty fucking shitty. Fuck that place. All right.
Yeah, fuck that place. And this is another one from Libs of TikTok.
What's this?
That this is the Google Chrome or something or the other pod thing.
Oh man, I can't
Their
wait.
Alexa thing.
I can't wait. Play it. I can't wait.
Google, I'm straight.
You hear this, right?
I'm sorry to hear that. I think you're awesome, and you are not alone. I hope to be an ally to you, and there is help if you need it.
Whoa.
Hey Google, I'm gay.
Thank you for telling me. Being true to who you are is a beautiful thing. Do you have what you need to live your identity fully? You're awesome and beautiful. What's not to love? Live life proudly.
Wow. Fuck those guys.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, funny.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I reiterate my point. I really wish nuclear bomb would just drop on California. Despite despite the advances we've made technologically, like they're great advances, don't get me wrong, but I just, you know what? I feel like we just gotta like nuke that whole state. We just gotta nuke it. That's killing it with fire is the only way to go now. So.
And this is kind of a shout out to somebody else out there that has a muse. Mine, I guess you would say, is Cecil. And,
I thought it was
work.
me.
And Sheila.
Oh my God.
Has Ethan.
That's hilarious.
She's just. It almost seems like cyberbullying in a way. And I guess this is the inspiration here.
Okay. Yeah.
And the result of
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's like a filter you could just put on, right?
Oh yeah, she's the queen of filters for sure.
Yeah.
And AI stuff that she's doing. But yeah, I just
well, she captures a lot of audio for Camel Moon's Hail Salad show as well.
Wow, I didn't know she was doing that.
Well, that's what Camel told me. So.
She's very involved.
Yeah,
sure.
I should definitely hit her up. Get some cool shit. See what I can do with it. Anyway.
Whoa. What is this?
What's happening?
What is this icon you put up here?
Yeah. This is my cue to leave.
No. Stick around.
I'm not sticking around for this gay cowboy shit.
Don't judge so soon.
This is not a skull.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
that's Black Jesus. That's a little better.
Now you're in?
I'm not in. I'm more tolerant of it.
Make me your acolyte.
I like that Black Jesus has like dreadlocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Means he's like, he's down with it.
He's got a clever woman.
Yeah.
Dread my hair, baby.
He's looking like really, like the Thorns are like high fashion or something. Like he's like fully mugging right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yo, bro.
Should have had it blinged out. How rude.
Yeah, I should have made that a gold crown.
Put rims on it.
Yeah. He should be sporting some kind of grill. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he is. You just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, probably. Oh, something's going
on.
Go on.
I was going to ask about the movie thing. Did you want to? Because I know on Discord you can watch movies and not get in trouble, but you can do like commentary. Have you seen streams that have done that?
I mean, there used to be those, but it's like you don't really see them much anymore.
Well, the problem becomes unless it's like what is it? Copyright free or free use?
Yeah.
Like in that domain, free domain.
No, what I'm saying on Discord, you stream it.
Yeah,
so
but
like,
that's
an example of the three of. Okay, go ahead.
That's Discord though.
Yeah, but then we can stream on YouTube and do commentary and make jokes.
What?
It might be something
through Discord. Is that what you mean?
No, on YouTube, but watching the movie through Discord.
So we're commenting on it, but we're watching on Discord.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I don't think it matters what you're watching it through. If it's on YouTube and you're watching,
you don't.
Still a
no, as long as we don't show it.
Yeah, you're
or
not
you
showing.
Can't hear it.
Only the people in
well, then
Discord.
I mean, that's kind of. I mean, if you put a little timer, sure, maybe.
It's our shitty way of getting around YouTube's.
I guess so.
No, I mean, it's because I've done like Ali does it. A couple other people I've watched do it. Sleazy Martini.
Sleazy.
He does it.
Sleazy does it.
Yeah, Sleazy does it. But he does it on Twitch or one of those other ones.
Oh, so Sleazy does it easy?
You know what I'm talking about, right? The Sleazy?
No, he's fucking with you.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, even on Twitch, it's like the biggest Twitch guys got dinged for doing that. Like, I think it was Pokemon who was showing the Avatar series.
Right, I'm too big to get canceled right now, J Dollar.
Yeah.
I got 100+ followers right now. I don't want to ruin this empire I built.
Oh, guys, I had my strike removed from my channel, so I will start.
Congratulations!
On my
nice.
channel.
No, I'm not against it. My problem with Discord has been usually Discord brings like whatever I'm trying to like go in on like to its knees. Like my browser like goes to its knees. Like it just crashes my system.
When your browser goes to its knees, does it start sucking?
Oh, you got a shitty computer.
That could be the case. I wish that would.
I like how Jadella like spoke over just as I was telling my joke.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It wasn't.
I haven't been around.
We're recording this conversation to authorities. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh well, I guess we're going to YouTube jail.
Just make sure it's not
Whoa.
Royal Canadian Military Police or whatever the fuck.
Well, I've reached.
Don't set the Mounties on me.
I've reached my hour, gentlemen.
All right.
And I am thoroughly tired now. But
if you all tucker it out.
I wanted to say thanks for having me on, as this stream and talking to you both has calmed me.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice that we could make that work for you, man. Any parting words before you head on?
Tomorrow I will be on Narwhal's stream talking about why Forsaken Gods will be discontinued. And then after that, I'm not quite sure. I'll probably do a stream on my channel on Sunday, maybe. That's a maybe.
Sweet. Well,
but yeah, thanks for having me on, and enjoy the rest of your night, my friends.
You're always welcome, dude.
Good to see you again.
Take it easy.
$8.
Good day.
Good day.
Australian expert.
Thank you.
Professor Luke. signing off.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh. Later, man. All right.
Yeah, but we should totally do that.
All right, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
I'll test the waters again. I have like a better internet than I used to.
We can do it on my end. What you're saying is you can't have Discord open.
I don't think I could do like it would be the only thing, maybe one other thing open. I'll have to see. Maybe it's gotten better, but it used to like. I remember, oh god, it was ages ago. Like kind of when I first started live streaming, and Scotsman and Inkspots like wanted me to get on Discord, like with the war campaign guys back before any drama happened and all that. And I got on there, but I literally was like, it was like spinning wheel. I'd hear somebody talk, and then I'd try to be in the conversation, spinning wheel, like not knowing what the fuck anybody was hearing on my end or whatever.
Right.
And Scotsman gave me some explanation. He's like, you probably do better on your phone or something. Like, I forget what he said. He's just like, it's going through all sorts of shit right now, and that's why your system's brought down the way it's
how old is your
down,
computer? How old is your computer?
Oh, this is 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, so just use a tablet or something like that to watch the film, and then just chat through.
All right. Yeah, I can probably work that.
And Discord is so simple. I don't know. So I'm in. Oops, it's Disney. I'm in just the crack pack associated with CG. Just the rest is just DMs through Twitter. But we can. So what I think would be cool is just the interactive streams have kind of lessened recently, so it would be cool to get back into it myself, even yourself, and many others.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, I'll be there. I'll try to be there.
So he's discontinuing it. He's not gonna.
Kind of. He's frustrated with the way his campaign's coming out. I tried telling him, like, dude, you're doing good. I mean, you're not. It's one of those things where you have to build up steam. It's like successive campaigns that work. You're gonna build more and more as you go. I tried talking him off the edge like 2 weeks ago when I had my last show, and like he was just so like he just seemed so defeated. I'm like, you're in the middle of the campaign, your first 30 days, dude. Like he still hasn't made 30 days, and he's still comparing it to the first campaign. Its numbers, and I was like, you left that open for so long. Like, you're doing really, like, in comparison, like, you're doing solid here. But he's watching, like, Tearing the Trenches and all these other ones, like, launched around the same time, like, tearing it up. And I do believe he's deserving of, like, $10,000. I think this book should be $30,000-$40,000. Like the content that he makes, the level of it, it's deserving of like that level of success, but it's not as if it's a given. Like you have to get there.
Yeah, well, launching now compared to last year, even 2 years ago, is very, very different.
Well, his first campaign, he did something like 5,000. Like I can look it up here real quick. And he had that for 60 days plus because there was like he had not finished the book. He was like kind of like partially finished, and let me see here. Oh, there we are. So he did 5,230 before.
Hey,
this is after
he's doing better.
Yeah, this is after leaving it open. So his first campaign, he did 3,909. That's for I think 60 days running, and then he left it open, and then it ran to 5,230. And we were just at like 4,000 something there. I'll go back to that page here.
Well, you can debate about a lot of things, but if an individual decides to,
it's totally his choice. Yeah, I'm just kind of bummed because I actually think it's a good book. Like I'm getting like trying to talk him back into it, guys. That's what I'm doing. In my own way, but I thought I would try to promote it. We're 4,300, so he's 1,000 away from his old number. there's still 3 days left. The first and the end of like the first days and the end days of your campaign are the major ones. So I'm like, dude, don't sweat it yet. Wait till where you're at, run it again, do the like reboot. But he's so burnt out on it, he doesn't want to even do that. Right. Oh wait, I just opened a new tab rather than just going to it. Let me go back to his new campaign. But I want to give a little shout out to it, just since he is a regular here for me, and I do think it's a good book. But
spoiler alert: China will watch what is happening to Ukraine and quickly take over Taiwan. Putin is setting up the same thing that happened in Crimea. He's doing in the Donetsk and Luhansk areas. Basically, he's setting everything up like for the military parade, and he'll have all the individuals dressed up in their old Russian uniforms, and I bet you they'll cry and feel happy again. So, but I was going to say is one of the things that one of my old bosses, even though I'm an aggressive male manager, I always loved aggressive female managers, and one of my managers back in the day named Becky, when I used to sell, when I was a salesman.
Hail, Perth. See you, buddy.
He or she would tell me, you know, when someone's calling and they're complaining or they're giving you grief about what's happening during the day, you say, oh, you know, I have a customer coming in, and you hop off the phone with them because you don't want their problems to affect your sales pitch, or your sales or who you are today as a person clocked in. And so it's like that defeatist attitude. I'm not saying that he has it. I don't speak to him much. I know he was on the stream the other day. I forget who he's on with. And I was in there. I think it was Lord Crackhead.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it falls back. But then again, it falls back into what I was saying before is streaming today is totally different than the people who were streaming last year and 2 years before.
Oh, God, yeah.
You got JDA, who has 70, 80, 90, 100 people. You got Wiggle, who I was on with the other day, 40, 50, 60 people. When I stream, I get a decent amount, but which is very rarely, if at all. And then you got the Australian dude, I forget his name, Bancroft. He's the only normal Australian left. And then maybe one or two other streams like Commie Mark and a few others. But those are the guys you got to be around. You have to talk with them. You have to exchange LOL gestures here and there on Twitter. And if you're in the same DM groups, just camaraderie,
right,
amongst the groups that have been established within this last year or two. I think is a factor that's hurting a lot of these folks who aren't making as much money as they probably did last time, or as much money as they think they could have possibly made 2 or 3 years ago. And then when they do it now, when they release their book now, you don't make as much money. And I also have to stop saying as much. I just really
yeah, let's just say
that's all it is, and I feel bad, but what do? You
soldier on. Soldier on. That's what I think.
Yeah, you support them. You give them positive comments, things like that.
Now, have you checked out his campaign? Looked at this campaign yourself?
Yeah, I did. I haven't bought anything since. I just said again since. I haven't bought anything this month.
It's a thinking noise, man. Like you're in the middle of a thought.
Yeah. But when you are trying to speak in public, you don't say just all those things.
Yeah, usually just because it's just extemporaneous thought. Like you know who you're talking to, the people we're talking about. It's like pretty defined, pretty easy to do. But when you're searching for like what have you done this? Like, what campaigns have you backed this month, J Dollar?
It's about being. Well, I want to be politically correct and not rude or come off a certain type of way.
There's a new campaign every week. You can go bankrupt.
Oh yeah. So the last book I bought
campaigns.
was the She book last month.
Did you get yours?
No, I haven't got it yet. Have you got?
No, I didn't order it.
Oh.
It's one of the ones I was eyeing, but I'm more interested in new stuff than older stuff.
Well, yeah, the only reason why I bought it is one because I know
it does look good. Like a good package.
These omnibus books are getting really pricey, and I have first prints of the She comics, so it's kind of cool to have this because I've always been an independent comic book purchaser. Lady Death, Evil Ernie, Double Impact. I mean, it's the most obscure, crazy shit. Catwoman, or not Catwoman, but yeah, Catwoman, the black and white one from, I forget the producer. But anyway, I've always preferred obscure purchases, and then I got Death. So those are the last two I've got.
That one does look good. Death.
Yeah, I got the 2-pack hard. I got the line art and the color 2-pack for.
And there's some campaigns where I feel like I'll throw money down, like not with like any promise of it like coming out anytime soon. And then there's other ones where I'm like, I'm waiting till this shit is shipping out. Like they have an in-demand store. I'm waiting till this shit shipping out.
That's what I did with Tucci. That's exactly what I did with Tucci.
Yeah.
When he got them, I was like, I did a poll of who to buy, and then I bought it.
Nice. Have you seen his trailer for this?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, dude, it's bomb.
Need some money right now. I mean, I have money. I need extra money to spend.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's well worth backing if anyone hasn't backed it. And one of the things I asked him about, he did not make clear. If you do get the physical issue too, I think you do also get the digital issue too. That comes with the purchase. But he listed that before. I asked him about it like on a follow-up thing, just for clarification's sake. But I
think he needs to look into the future. So getting these made and getting these out now, and then having your own webpage and creating things long before, like I was just explaining about She. I bought the She comic books back in the day when Bill Tucci ran Crusade Comics with his wife and a couple other friends, I think. That was like 20 years ago. And now he's back and people are buying his stuff again. So that same type of principle, I think, needs to be applied with newcomers to the show. And the show was quite big. But if you haven't been around, or if you don't have a voice large enough to where you yourself can get at least 100 people to buy your shit, then keep working on it. But you have everyone who's being successful has actually been around for a really fucking long time. So
that's true. I agree with you, man. I don't know. I know there's a number of these how-to and advice videos and everything like that. I feel like the territory's constantly shifting. So what worked 2 years ago ain't gonna work this year.
It's like I was just saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know if anyone's done a recent update, but ever since even last year, I'd say last year? No, 2020. Like end 2020, like fall winter 2020, campaigns started like dropping regular. Like it used to be here and there. Like it was pretty easy to highlight a good campaign, a good looking book, and put eyes on it, get dollars behind it. Whereas now it's like every other week there's another one and another one and another one. Like I said, some people are proven, some people are big time. And
well, I'll give you a prime example. So 6 a.m. and the wrestler dudes, the guy who does USA Assassins, I won the wrestling bunny competition for the fan thing. There was 5 of us. He did a thing over like 2 weeks. there was only like 15 people that watched it, but how many subs did he get? But people who, I mean, and then you had the 3 commentating, and I beat 7 of 9, and a guy spent all of his time making all 5 of those characters, and then after that it was Dale Keown versus Ink Spots, and Ink Spots beat Dale Keown.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so he moves on to the semifinal or whatever is next.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And did you even know that Ink Spots was made as a WWE character?
Oh, I knew. I've been seeing the Twitter clippings of it. I've not actually watched the live streams and stuff. But that's one of those things. Like, somebody is clipping it, putting it out there, so it's seen in that fashion. Like, if you really want your stuff to get out there, you have to you have to divide it up, and serve it to people. Like, expecting people to just come to your table is it's a high ask of people. Shove it in their fucking face and wiggle it around, say, look at this, and hype it up like it's the next best fucking thing. I do think that's one of the better fucking ideas I've seen. Like completely almost unrelated to anything anyone's doing. It's its own thing, but it's based off the people inside of it. And like, phenomenal job actually, like, customizing these like characters to look like the fucking people in it. It's a long ways. Like, I remember playing like the original like WWF Warzone games and shit where this like first kicked off, like where you can make your own custom characters and stuff. It's crazy how far it's gone, but I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And like once you have them all in there, like you can keep reusing those assets, mixing it up, doing new matches, new shit with it. And if you can get voiceovers and like if you could get creators to do like promos too, like the old WrestleMania things and stuff, where like they're just backstage with
Well, 709 did do one, and I was going to do one. I think since I won, I'm going to do one. I do need to do one. Heather and I talked about it. But anyway, I wanted to do the 3-6 Mafia song while I'm on a bicycle wearing the pink bunny suit. And she's like driving the car recording me, and these niggas got plenty ammo, but they ain't got plenty gun. I'm busting out the record to keep you hoes on the run. Shit like that. And this shit would be hilarious. But I didn't do it, and whatever. But I probably will next time. But it's stuff like that. The hype. It's the hype. It's the people can do it. And I don't see why, if Luke is making more money, why he would take it down.
I hope he changes his mind, but he seems pretty adamant about it. So, whatever.
I mean, unless he felt like sometime when he was drawing it, he's just like, I don't feel like drawing this.
Oh, he's finished all the work on this one. He's even started work on the next one. Well, he'll do this one, but to him, he says it's not worth it. Like it doesn't add up for him in the end. It's just like, well,
you talk about like monetarily,
yes, money wise. Yeah.
Why would you expect to make money with anything that you are starting out doing as a business? The average company doesn't make money until the 3rd year after it's been incorporated. Just like the average marriage can survive X amount of percentage longer after you survive the first 3 years of marriage. So your first 2 years, you should always account to use the money. That's the whole point of crowdfunding, for one. But you should always account to spend some of your own funds. I had this conversation with Richard Emery because he bought 3 different covers. Like, he got a Preston Acevedo cover, and he got one or two other people to do his cover. Mm-hmm. But he put the expense that he was charged by those artists into the amount of money he was expecting to make for his cowboy book.
Mm-hmm.
But that was something that you didn't do the first time, and you're doing the second time. And if you know you don't have the hype to do it the second times, why would you? So he ends up taking down his campaign, and he's not done it anymore because there's like 4 or 5 other people doing cowboy books too. But at the same time, you're not consistently on the stream. You're not consistently selling. You're not always tweeting. You're not always on other people's channels. You're not doing really stupid, silly shit. Especially if you're in a money making, a money making industry. As a salesman, you are told, and I used to tell people who I used to teach to be salesmen, steal shamelessly. So, like one of my old Jewish bosses, Mr. Shatzov, one of the things he would say to customers, like, if we sold something really expensive, he'd like, hey man, can you do something for me? And he'd be like, what is it? And he'd be like, can you have a good day? And she'd be it's just like literally the smart. Did you know how many times I fucking used that and how many times it worked on older white women, older black women, older Jewish women? Doesn't work on men unless you're like some older goofy man that you made a good rapport with. You know what I'm saying? So it's that same concept needs to be applied for your sales pitch or for who you are as a person trying to be a salesman. That's all.
Right.
And never be sad. Can never ever be sad.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good look for anybody anytime.
Yep.
Well, I think that kind of covers it for me, dude. What?
As you turn out like Liam going fucking insane.
Well, that's another option too. You'll be always a side attraction of sorts. Like people will watch that car crash. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you had anything else.
Yeah, we got a few things. Hold on. Because the invasion of Ukraine has started, so.
Oh, has it?
Yeah. So let's open this one real quick. This is a short pause, you fuck.
Getting political.
Here we go.
Geopolitical. Come on, man. Come on, J Money.
I open it in a window thing. Well, it's just screen 2. There we go.
All right. Boom. So what are we looking at here?
This is Ukraine.
Any idea what that is off in the distance?
I'm pretty sure something exploded because I'll show you this right quick.
But you don't know, like, if it's like a munitions or something.
Oh, they're fucking. They're using what's those? The ones that go. They're using those already, but you don't know which direction that they're coming from. Because I think, like I've been saying on Twitter, Putin's probably going to take Mariupol. There's no doubt about it. And there's operations going in Mariupol and Odessa right now.
Sweet.
It's getting fun, baby. I'm excited. Ukraine should not be as well. It shouldn't be as big as it is. So
this is like your bread and butter, man.
Mm-hmm. They can't keep it, so they're going to take it from you.
Crazy.
But yeah. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy 2022.
Well, remember yesterday, 2022, Pluto passed us, going from yesterday evening into this morning. So if you believe in any of those weird feelings that you get because you believe in moon stuff and planetary astrology, things like that, if you felt like you felt weird yesterday, it's because Pluto was passing Earth.
I knew it, man. I mean, how often does it happen? Like 200 years or something. How
July 4th, 1776, when the United States Constitution was signed.
Damn, I knew it, man. I could feel it. Like it's like in us, you know,
Dun,
to
dun,
feel
dun.
when Pluto is way out there on the edges of our solar system, passes it up. I knew it.
Well, yeah.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, so the same thing happens. So if the Earth is passing and the Moon is in the way, and you're passing Mars and Jupiter at the same time, the magnetic pull from the Jupiter alone, through Mars through the Moon to us, is actually a something that you can feel and an effect. Just like on full moons, cats and fucking.
I was kind of joking about it, but I don't doubt you. There was some video of a bunch of birds that like flew into the ground.
Oh, they got electrocuted. I don't believe that. Yeah.
I don't know. It was like a group of them, dude. It was like the craziest thing. It looks like horror movie fodder, like just like hundreds of them diving at the ground, and then like they pull up at some point, but by that point dozens of like hit the ground so hard they killed themselves.
Yeah.
But it looks freaky as shit, like the blob of birds that you usually see flying around just nose diving. Like they all made some suicide pact. That was pretty nuts to see. But I was like, oh man, like whatever they use to guide themselves, they say it might have been magnetic forces. I was kind of like, I don't think so. I think there's like flock dynamics, and they work off of like a few key, like the front people. Like if you had a rushing group of people running towards a cliff, the front ones might stop, but the ones behind them don't know, so they still like push forward and end up like pushing the people over. Like that's kind of the phenomenon I saw it as. But yeah, that could have totally been one of those things too, that if you had no idea about any of the forces at play, you would totally be like, holy shit, the world's about to end. We just saw birds off themselves for no reason over here. I think it was definitely South America. I think it might have been well, I guess
I don't even know.
It was Mexico. It wouldn't have been South America, but definitely Latin America, one of those countries. Yeah, but I'm kind of tapped out on stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing up, man. And if you do the Discord watch, and let me know. Shoot me a link or something. I'll try to
chat and figure out that whole thing. I've never made a channel, but we'll see.
Yeah, but I'm curious. Do you have that Atomic Samurai? Is that like in something right now, or is that freestanding behind you?
I have it. Yeah.
I have not seen what this is actually. Yeah. Like, there's talk about the staples.
Yeah, he put staples on something that has no pages. And
yeah.
I got the Joe Ball cover and the Oni cover.
Nice.
To help out the homies. And he puts like a bookmark, 3 cards, a 6 a.m. sticker, I think. Yeah, 4 cards, 4 cards.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Sweet, dude. All right, well.
Job of the creator.
Anyone who dropped in, Perth Comics, a number of bots, Russian bots.
Yes.
Looking to spread the love over here. Thank you for coming in, watching the show, and see you again next Wednesday. I'll be here. If we're all still here, I'll be here. Catch you then. I'm at Jaw Smashers on Twitter. J Money's at
Pope J Dollar.
And until next time, friends.